Hey Beaver fans, welcome to a new show that we like to call Three Big Things. The three biggest BVU sports stories that you might have missed. This week, we will go over some huge games from volleyball, soccer, and football. Let's start off with some soccer action as the women's soccer team went up against a very tough Monmouth College team. Beavers struggled to catch up to the Fighting Scots all game long, but it was the defense that played a part in this game for the Beavers. The Scots had a total of 25 shots, 13 of which were shots on goal, compared to BVU's 4 shots with 2 shots on goal. Monmouth had 9 corner kicks to BVU's 3, and Monmouth had 3 fouls compared to BVU's 5. The one stat where BVU shined was the saves. BVU recorded 9 to Monmouth's 1. Erica Bassard, Jordan Gossel, Yari Aguado, and Devin Cross all contributed 4 goals to this game for the Fighting Scots, while BVU was only able to rattle off 1 goal. The Beavers ended up losing that game 4-1. Volleyball was up next in the sports lineup as they faced off against Martin Luther in a game that became a nail-biter. Across the board, both teams were evenly matched, recording the same exact assists, 33, blocks, 4, digs, 49, and kills, 35. BVU happened to get the upper hand in aces, 6-1, and points, 45-40. BVU easily won the first game, 25-15, but then struggled a bit winning game 2, 25-22, giving us some crazy plays in the meantime. BVU and Martin Luther went to war in game 3, leading us to go to extra points tied at 24. BVU easily got the first score and had to dig deep for the final score to win it in game 3, 26-24, and a great home win for the Beavers. The Beavers ended up sweeping the whole entire game, 3-0. And we end today's recap with one of the biggest games this past week. The Beavers of BVU versus the Bulldogs of Concordia, Nebraska in football. Even though the first half was a bit troublesome for the Beavers, they still showed their defensive oomph with some great tackles as well as some offensive prowess, even though they did not score in the first half. Being now 24-0 coming into the second half, the Beavers had to put on the Jets. The Beavers were able to get on the board thanks to Braylon Minicucci's plunge into the end zone. The Beavers continued their march back from the dead with a 5-yard touchdown from Reyes Laura III to Colby Loughlin. Still down 24-14, the Beavers needed to get some miracles to go their way in order to pull off the win, which is exactly what happened. Horace Arundel was able to pick off the Bulldogs and run it in for a touchdown for a pick 6, making it a 20-24 game with 6:44 left on the clock. The final nail in the coffin came at the hands of Dylan Loughlin, who found Josh Lang for a 3-yard touchdown to secure the win. The Beavers won 27-24 behind BVU junior Eric Pachinko's 226-yard night, the 4th highest yardage total in program history. This win also makes it the second time in 16 years for the Beavers, starting off a season at 2-0. And that was 3 big things for this week. Thanks for tuning in, fans, and come on back next week for another recap of the biggest things in Beaver athletics. My name is Tyler Bruner, and we'll see you next time.